Ik ben een paar kilometer ten noorden van deze plek geboren. Vlakbij dit strand groeide ik op. Het is een voorrecht om hier te werken en onderzoek te doen naar de wortels van het bestaan. Ik probeer de natuur opnieuw te scheppen, met het idee dat je daarmee de geheimen van het leven zult ontdekken. Je ontmoet dezelfde problemen als de echte schepper, als hij er mocht zijn.
Life arises from bees which bring pollen from one flower to the other.
Teo Jansen wants to make life, not by the use of pollen or seeds, but by making new creatures. These worms live and die on the computer screen. Over the generations, their shape automatically changes. They roll up their tails as a defense against the points of the other animals which accidentally stick into their flanks. This change takes place without intervention. Once the worms crawl onto the screen, they find their own best way to survive. Using the same principle of the best survivor, quadrupeds find the most efficient way to move their feet. The most rapid animals get a better chance to reproduce themselves, just like in evolution. In the computer, it's the numbers which reproduce themselves. In real life, it's biological cells which do the same. So in fact, the numbers are equivalent to the cells. Apart from the numbers in the computer, Teo Jansen recently found another alternative for the biological cell, the electricity tube. With this, you can build structures very quickly. You can build arms and legs, and subject to selection. Reproduction. Selection.
Sometimes the selection and reproduction takes a side road via numbers in the computer. Evolution goes faster in the computer. The result is that the artificial beast finds its most efficient way to move its feet. Eventually, these beasts are going to live in herds on the beaches. Teo Jansen is working hard on this evolution. The mechanical beasts will not get their energy from food, but from the wind. The wind will move feathers on their back, which will drive their feet.
The beast walks sideways on the wet sand of the beach with its nose pointed into the wind. As soon as it walks into either the rolling surf or the dry sand, it stops and walks in the opposite direction. There have been many experiments. Evolution has generated many species. The knees of the Animaris vulgaris sagged a second after it was put on its feet. You could also say that the beast lived for just a second. Most species died out. For some, just parts are left over. A problem for beach animals is the dry as a scout in the dry sand. When walking cost too much energy, the little animal would warn its mother, who was able to pull it out again. Another problem was the wind. When storms came up the beach, the animals used special tools to prevent them blowing away. The Animaris arena rolled out a trunk. At its end, a hammer tried to drive a pin into the ground, so that the beach animal was fixed. The Animaris sabulosa had a more secure way to prevent blowing away. It had a spoiler on the front. Whilst walking, the animals gather sand in the end of their tails. When they reverse their direction, they stretch their tails and throw the sand down. For months or even years, the whole beach landscape may well have changed. According to Teo Jansen, these beasts could maintain the Dutch coastline against the rising sea level in the